short, got stopped out at break even. It's a shame because then it tanked. A lot of times they don't do that. Sometimes they do. It's kind of rare that it went all the way so far back and then tanked. So we had one trade, two trades. This looked like a stop loss entry. Did end up coming back down. So that's two trades. Three trades. No, this is not an I Newton trade. This was during the IQ room that I placed this trade. Later on, I did catch a little bit of a nice draft there. I'll come back to this to follow up on the lesson from Wednesday on where to place the stop losses. Is a great example of what not to do and what to do. So we have, I think, two so far. Then we have three. This was a stop loss heartbreaker because then it tanked. Break even. So you can see that it's been tough because the direction's been fairly right, but you know, you got these pretty strong pullbacks, and that comes with volatile environment, which we've had in stocks the last few weeks. So you got to ask yourself, well, should I widen my stops? Should I trade less contracts? Well, I've been trading less contracts. I haven't really widened the stop. So that was on the Dow.
Okay, I posted in this more of this.
Those were the ones that really moved this week, where we had most of the signals. The good news is we had plenty of signals. This was Friday. Those were break-evens, I believe. So we had one which was a break-even on the 13th, because it's Tuesday. This was late in the afternoon. When was that one? That one was, I believe, yesterday. No.
Okay, so this is Joe.
This was...
when you are ready for me to...
Whoops.
I'm ready. I posted it already. I posted it already.
Covered that one on the 13th. This is the 14th. And that was a break even as well. Came close to profit target. Ran right back up. And then it faded into the close. And this was yesterday, which was a break even trade as well.
I'm going to record.
So more trade signals this week than in the past 4 weeks or so, but mostly break evens. Same thing with the NASDAQ.
Okay, I'm going to press it and we'll see what comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That one might have been for a small
Now
loss.
join the hangout, you see?
Did you go to Wismore Biz?
Let me record that.
Go to Wismore Biz and click on my link.
No,
That I
first of
haven't.
all, I want to join it. Let me just, I don't dry my car for a second. So we want to see what is this permalink doing. I'm starting a
That
new
was not an
recording,
I Newton trade.
and I want to see what exactly am I going
believe
to
it
join
was.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So I click on permalink 1.
No, that's not
and
an I
it takes
Newton
me
trade.
to some hangout.
It's one contract,
When I join the
and it's
hangout,
you don't have all
It
this.
says A
all
is
the,
in this call. I don't know what A is. Go ahead.
hey, that ARush is
Okay.
stupid.
all the filters.
No.
Invite people.
No. It means you're the only one here.
But that doesn't.
And A, there's a lot of symbols for A. Sometimes Dr. Rush, there's Dr. A. Rushi, there's ARush.
A is for ARush.
No, I'm not
Yesterday
sure.
we had two.
It's my first name.
Break even on.
No,
both
just
of
A
them.
means
This one I
here. You
had,
see here, A?
What does it mean?
A little bit of slippage.
It just means Dr. A. Rush at gmail.com.
No RD. So that's what is the result of clicking on this.
Right.
No RD. What is no RD? Who knows?
Registered directory, I don't know.
I believe that's all the trades that we had
Now
for the
let's see
week.
if I click on no RD, what happens.
I had a discretionary trade in
No RD tells
Nat
me
gas.
that.
Well, you're in the wrong browser, too.
Right.
You have to be in Chrome to do some of this stuff,
Right.
too. Make sure you're in Chrome.
So now let me go to.
Go to Chrome, because as soon as you click on a link, your default
Can
is.
you click on your permanent link?
I don't know where it is.
Spreadsheet. You
I'll
put it on a spreadsheet 5 seconds ago. Don't play so dumb. You're dumb plenty.
Yeah,
now
but
click on it and see where it takes you.
All right, so we're going to continue talking about stops. Stops
And
can
publish
be,
it on.
double-edged sword.
It's an error.
You know, sometimes
Okay,
they
so
can
not take
Wait
it.
a minute, hold
get
on.
you
Let me see
out
what it says
and,
here.
you know, for a
Oh,
full
it's in the
stop
wrong.
loss, and then
Let
boom,
me
it
do
goes
something
back
else. It's in the
into
wrong
same direction
browser.
of your trade.
You understand?
And
It goes
other
to.
times,
It's in the wrong
you know, they
browser.
can save you
It's
from
in the wrong
excess
browser.
losses.
Now go and publish your
Definitely,
permanent link on
want to respect
Wismo Biz
all
so I can
stop
click on it.
losses.
Okay.
Now,
Copy it.
Okay.
you're relocate
No,
on
go
a
to
stop,
Wismo
relocating
Biz.
from a regular stop to
Where's Wismo Biz?
break even.
I have to get to it. Hold on.
You can be very disciplined
Go
and
to
leave it
edit.
as is. You know, a preset of rules,
No,
or you
Scroll
can
down to edit.
customize
Okay,
it
hold on. I have to go to the one
to
that I
make
have.
it
Hold
fit
on.
to the current trading environment. So we're going to discuss different aspects of it today. Let me see if I can find the notes.
Now let me add it here. Let me go to edit. You want me to add it in the beginning or at the end?
Doesn't matter. Anywhere I can find it. Beginning,
Okay. I'll put it in.
China.
I'll put it under. I'll call it permanent link.
Falls off.
Permanent.
So is your crow?
Link.
Twist the crow
Okay. I know.
until the crow falls off.
All right, these are the notes that we had.
What happened? Okay. Did you see how it did it? As soon as I
Stop
put
loss
this, it put
considerations.
this
Let's
in
review it real
too.
quick.
Should I delete
Well,
that?
some of the
Leave
strategies
everything
or
alone. This is your picture. It has nothing
that
to
we
do with it.
use is
This, it
opposite
did this.
market
I don't know
channel.
what happened here.
On the 30-minute, it's going to be
Just
pretty
submit
far
it.
back.
Do you hear me?
Update.
English?
So you may want to look at 15 minutes
Okay, submit it.
and 5
Now
minutes
view it.
and see if you can
Click
better.
edit or
You can
Here,
find a
this
better
is it right
placement
here.
for it.
You want me to try? It's this one.
Gnostic rules you can always use, which is the
just keep it
opposite.
there, please.
Okay. You want me to click on it or no?
Level.
Don't do nothing. I'm opening it here, and you
Keep in
tell me
mind
this
that
is it.
with the Gnostic
Yeah.
rules,
Which one
you
is it?
need
This one.
This one?
That's a permanent link. I don't know where it's
5
going.
ranking
Are you?
below or
You're the
above
first one.
the
Which means I'm not joining you.
No, right.
bar.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually your entries
The one
If I-
before.
supposed to
if I
be
do
fairly
that-
close. to each
Then you
zone,
click on your permanent
making
link
the
and see.
stop loss on
If
the
they
On-
join, what will happen?
Okay.
of the either
Connect
R1AB
and right
Yeah,
click.
okay, so
or
instead I'll
Yes,
click on this for me,
1A.
right?
Yeah.
or B fairly close. But those are considerations. Then, of course, technical trend
This
lines.
is you
Those
published
are the ones
yours,
that I like
right?
to use.
It says A is in
If
this call.
It's
Join
trending
Hangout.
up,
So I'm gonna join
you
Hangout.
got to
Join
try to
Hangout.
find
Let's see if we're,
Right.
the break of the most
Yeah.
current
So yeah, well,
trend.
I'm joining you under
Always
that
tells the
permanent
direction.
link that I
Breakdown
published.
retest. You want
From
to
join
before.
me as a speaker, right?
Yes,
Okay, so now
As
So
a
we're
let's look
participant.
at some of these
as a participant.
for review.
Very good.
Okay.
Right. So now
Go
share
ahead
your
and-
screen so I can see Joe Garcia.
It's interesting. I
And
don't,
use this as for technicals. Okay, it's just an exercise.
And we learn how to change the volume without screaming.
yeah, but I
All right,
can't,
one of the
I
things
can't
to
get
remember
to,
also as
somehow
far
I
as
can't share my screen.
Your entries
You see this?
is
Right.
this entry is really,
I don't
really
have-
close.
You have to go to the right position.
trend line.
I'm trying. You see?
One of the
I'm
reasons
you.
why I did not take
I'm
this
myself here.
in the
And then when
live
I
Let
don't
me go
have-
there myself in a
what you
second.
do want to
Yeah,
consider
when I first-
is on the second attempt. Because the later from this area on an uptrend, the more bars that print going forward, the further away it gets. So that's what you want. This would have been a good entry.
Now, what do you want me to do?
I
But
don't
as you
get,
can see there, it didn't last long.
I don't get
Let me
Let me
the
see if
share
I
screen.
get it.
So in this case, you want to
How do I get my
if
face
you're going with
here
the
or
regular
there?
Oh, share
stop,
screen.
you know,
It's
you
over
leave it
here.
alone.
Let me try this. Place now.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a couple things. If you're
That's
looking
it.
at the technicals,
Oh.
and your stop's supposed to be
I'll
right
share
above
screen.
here.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Now
Now
go
there's
to
more
his
volatility
real.
Yeah.
in stocks this week, so that's why that little move got taken out.
Then we
I
figure out
wouldn't
what's
have moved
exactly
it here.
happening.
Mhm.
Now remember, this is not for a day trade for overriding high noon.
Can you
Not
let
at
me show
all.
to you?
This
Okay, so-
is
Fine, go whatever.
Swing
Okay, now you
trading.
see this.
Yes.
Okay.
Discretionary
Fine, sure,
trading.
Go.
That
Use
permanent link, we have to figure out where it
Fine.
is, how to
chart
get it and
analysis
where.
and forecast.
And sometimes
Bye.
when, yeah.
Workspace going from a 30-minute or 240-minute chart to 30-minute, and then for a better look at 15 or 5 minutes. So this is assuming that we're looking for a short, and let's just jump forward and we're on a 5-minute chart. Well, the entry I don't really like there, but if I were to use this as an entry, my stop would have to be here if I'm using the trend lines, which at this, which is what I would be using. But since I don't like the entry, I would probably skip altogether on this trade. Okay, I would skip altogether on this trade. If I'm to take the second entry, which is here, I want to move my stop as soon as possible to break even. Now, mind you, this would have taken the first profit target, but it would have taken you out eventually. Any of these two levels. So let's follow our. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm doing the review. So that's how technicals work using trend lines. You can also do ticks for dollar value. Considerations is, are you with the trend, counter trend? Are you in a consolidation phase? Are the markets in sync? That's what I would prefer, to be in risk on or risk off. And we'll leave it at that for now. And now we're going to jump into forecasting. So using the Dow, or the stocks for that matter, you can start with the daily, you can go down to the 240, but you can see here that this is a tough, very, very tough chart. Assuming we're looking for opportunities today. There's really very little to do. You do have a trend down, but right now it's retracing, so there's really nothing to do. Let's try to look at some of the markets. Let's look at gold. Gold looked real good earlier. So this move in gold is really not so much a position trade. You've got mixed. You got one flat signal, one down, one up, one down. On a Friday, time of day and time of week. So let's go back to where's my time of session, and also weekday. On a Friday, you don't want to really be putting on positions that you probably, not here. You would really have to have it in your on the side of the trend. Let's look at the euro, because that did look good earlier. On the daily, you have both of them going down, so this is a counter trend move. So your opportunity to get in for a swing trade would have been earlier. And it would have been when it took out this high. So what you would have needed to do is go from, well, first, the daily. It's a counter trend. First of all, you got both forecasting indicators turning down. You had one slightly up this morning, the other one down. So then you come here in the morning and you see, well, yeah, there's a potential. You've got it looks like there was a few signals prior days. So what you have here is an ascending triangle on the 30-minute chart, easier to spot here and here. And you can see there the break And if we go back, this is probably picking this up down here. So here's your entries around here. So what you want to do is go to a 5-minute chart. The other thing you want to consider when you're looking at these is, what's I Newton doing? And I Newton was giving signals, but it was a little late, or a little too early, rather. So here's where you want to consider your position trade. Now you got a better spot on your 5-minute chart. So you could have taken the I Newton signal when it was there, and then turned this into a position trade. Or, like in this case, you had this right here that messed up the yellow, that messed up the signal. Then what you want to do is place your discretionary entry here at the overnight session highs. All right, members, I gotta be honest with you. I have to close the room a little early. We haven't finished this lesson. We'll finish it next Wednesday in the next strategy class. I was informed right before I opened the room. Had my distant cousin had a death in the family that I gotta attend to. Just to show you how dear life is. She's 25 years old. There was nothing wrong with her. She started feeling ill. They took her to the hospital, and boom, she died. And they can't even find a cause of death. So I got to go attend family matters. So I'll go ahead and close up the room. This is recorded. We'll finish this lesson next Wednesday at the next strategy class. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy the weekend. And I'll see you Monday morning. Bye now.
He closed the room already.
He closed the room already?
Yeah, he had a death in the family of some 25-year-old who died.
Just now that he heard about it, or what?
Yeah.
In the middle of this session, he heard about it?
Yeah. They don't even know why she died.
Wow.
Imagine that.
No. Okay. So do you want me to close the hangout?
No, then we can discuss now, but it's a permanent link to understand.
Right.
Look, this is a template that I'm doing every time that you teach.
Okay, let me search now on
Can
the
you
permanent.
please look at me now and don't do anything? It has a file name and a path, short URL 1 and 2, one with HTTP and one without HTTP. What did you understand?
That you have the short URL and one without the HTTP that's not clickable.
Long URL 1, which means the URL that I pulled out from Wizmo Biz. In case it doesn't work, I go then to the other place.
Okay. You went. That's the first one from WizMoreBiz, the long URL.
Right. And then the permanent link.
And where do you get the permanent link? Usually, I get the permanent link when I'm ready to close out.
5 questions in a row.
No.
Let's one question, one answer. One question, one answer. Don't bombard me. I cannot process it. Do you understand me?
Did you hear the? Where is the
first
permanent
question
link?
first?
Where's the permanent link? Where do you get the permanent link from?
This is coming. This is an image of it on the website from WizMoreBiz. Whatever you posted. You understand it? Repeat is what I told you.
You said it comes from WizMoreBiz, but I said, where does it originate from?
You posted it. I don't know.
You told me
from your spreadsheet.
You told me from the spreadsheet, but I'm asking you.
You don't remember where you copied it from?
No, I don't. I can't reenact it again off the top of my head.
You went to one of your hyperlink, one of your hangouts, and you clicked on it.
When I was ready to close it.
And you were ready to close it, right?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
So that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what you did there. I just saw that you were about to close it. I told you, don't close it, and you got a hyperlink. We have to investigate.
Well, that's why I want to investigate now and try to recreate it.
Let me answer your questions. What was the other question?
That was the same thing as where
I'm trying to teach you what I'm doing here.
What?
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Let me finish one point at a time.
You told me
don't intercept me and disrupt me and confuse me all the time. I cannot deal with the chaos that you impose on me. I'm not like you. I have to think in a very methodical way. One question, one answer, one question, one answer. I started explaining to you the template that I'm producing here. Do you understand that? It includes the pisser. It includes the steam it. It includes cell 1 and 2 that we're not using now, and permanent link 1 and 2, the short and the long, and 1 and 2 from the 2 sides, and now, and the file name and the path.
And what about YouTube search for the ARush live?
We're
not using that now because we're not using the cell phones. Okay.
And then I name the spreadsheet every time with a new version, today's date and time.
Okay.
And XLS is the Excel version. And what is zip?
That's the PSR.
The pisser right here. You see
I said the PSR.
Fine.
Okay.
And now I want to find out why does it make this image and post it, this image on the, you see this is your WizMoreBiz, and this is an image.
Yeah.
It's not a clickable image. Right. And so it puts the image and then it puts the URL. Now I want to understand what is the consequences of publishing the permanent link. Does it mean that anybody in the world that has it can join the Hangout?
And when can they join the Hangout?
What exactly does it mean? What is it? Permanent link? Publish public. How to link directly to Google Plus Hangout. And does it pertain to Hangouts only, or here Hangouts on Air with YouTube Live?
See here, Hangout on Air permanent link keeps changing.
So how permanent is it?
Here, how to create a permanent link for Hangouts on Air from 2013, so I think they may have changed it. Where you can replace your username with the name of your channel. Remember that?
I don't remember.
Yes. We could do Dr. ARush, and every time you used to do in your class, you could go to your most current video.
What's integration? Control. Hangouts on Air with YouTube Live. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How to create a permanent link on your Hangouts on air.
Yeah, but look at the date of what this is, because they've changed it, because now it's through YouTube and not through G+.
Promote your live stream. What all do you mean? During the event and after the event. Before the event,
Oh, I think it's the event.
during the event,
Okay, hold on. Stop sharing.
and after the event.
Invite people. Okay, this is where you get it from, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
When you're at Hangouts on Air,
Mm-hmm.
not sharing. Let me show you how to get it. I stop the sharing.
Right.
You see where it says people here?
Yes.
The people, invite people. When you click
Yes.
on invite people, it says share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime.
So this is only after or what?
When I'm in the Hangouts on Air.
When you stop broadcasting or you stop
No.
sharing?
No, when you go to your Hangouts, when you start your Hangouts,
Yes,
even if you
right.
haven't started broadcasting, it has nothing to do with broadcasting.
Right.
There's a section here called invite people.
Right.
When you click on that invite people,
You
it says share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime.
send invite as Dr. ARush. Add names or emails. So names you can add a circle or something like that.
Yeah, you know,
Click on it and see what it lets you add now. But they messed with. Can you add a circle here?
I don't know what your circle name is.
You don't know what the circle is?
I don't know your name of your circle. It was it ACC 212? I don't know what the name of your circles were.
So what can I do to help you find it?
Here, 2 circles. Sarah Russian, 2 circles.
Fine. So say Sarah Russian.
Okay.
And you click invite.
Okay. Okay. But you see this? This is the key that I wanted to tell you.
No.
And who's calling me now?
Go in my Dr. ARush. Where can I find it?
Dr. S. Rush. You have to go to mine.
I mean, Dr. ARush. You want me to go to yours?
Yeah, it's because that's where I sent the invite.
Okay, I'm going to yours. Add account. S-Rush. Next. Next. Password.
0 and 2
Yes.
6s.
You can hear that. Very dangerous to do something with you. You don't understand what security is, and you run your mouth so quickly without thinking. Now you see any alert here? You see?
They're broadcasting. When was that?
Well, I think that it must have come recently, 11:15. Now it's 11:49.
Yeah.
We sent it just
Oh.
now.
Yeah, that's.
So that's what.
Click on it.
It's clearly from here, but it might have been at the beginning or it was now. I cannot tell. You understand?
Did you check my email?
I did what you told me. You said go to my email. I went to my email. I didn't see anything, so you told me switch to my email. Right?
Hold on, let me go to mine.
Here I'm in mine. I don't see anything here.
Hold on.
Hold on. Maybe also different channel or
But when you invite people, it shows the permanent link. What's this? We're having trouble connecting to Google. We'll keep trying. Something's not right, it says. Did you hear what I said?
yeah.
I'm getting that message
Where?
in my Gmail. See here?
Who's my Gmail? Who's
Right.
my Gmail is
Oh,
mine.
here's Sarah. What's this?
Okay.
Your notification.
I keep publishing those permanent links. Eventually we'll figure out what they are.
Mm-hmm. What is this? This is a Hangouts video call. Here, you're not allowed to join this video call. It's very confusing. What is this? Incoming messages. Okay. I got an incoming message. What is this? Okay. So I see you. See, and when I do this one here, inviting people,
Yeah.
it doesn't give me share the permanent link in this way.
Which means what?
I don't know. It's like a different version or something I have.
Find out what it means.
Oh, it's like a video call. Oh, this is the difference. This was a Hangouts video call, not a Hangouts on air. And I have a Hangouts. I have a Google Hangouts. Okay, so let me close that. So in Google Video Call, you can't share the permanent link. But in Google Hangouts on air, you have a share the permanent link. And it says come back anytime. So what would be interesting for me is the copy. Is this the same one as I had before? And then if I go to the spreadsheet, it'd be interesting to see right underneath it. It's different. This one is different.
Document.
I'll document.
Put here.
Right. Let me make it clickable. Let me make it clickable.
Document something that is.
What do you do now?
Insert. Just make some space.
What are you trying to do?
I just told you. So
why are you putting so many spaces?
Hear me talking to your crack. First 2, 3. How many ever they have?
I have 2.
And right now, right here, what that means. Where did you get that one from? And then you put the other one. You copied it already to the buffer?
Yeah.
Now explain the source of these 2.
I don't remember the first one. I remember the second
Whatever
one.
you remember, put it down. If you don't remember, don't worry about it. So,
do you see how you get it? Invite people within HOA. Okay. When you're within the HOA, when you're trying to get the long link, when you're going to invite somebody, you can press the people button. And when you press the people button, it'll say permanent link. You can close it and share it with anyone else. Now, what'd be interesting is to start a new Hangout and see. This is interesting too. Look at this. This is my Google Hangout, right? Avi.
yeah.
You see, this is my. Can you come look here? Can you look here?
Just a second, please. I'm already made a mistake. Please let me straighten what I'm doing here. Don't want to confuse you with another issue, but
Okay.
Yes, what did you want to say?
See, this, when I'm going to invite people, it says share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime. This link is different from this link.
From the long link.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that their functionality is different.
Right. But this link, I'm just showing.
They may both enable you to become a speaker. You understand?
Participate, right.
Participate. So put the 2 links there and write. One is the long link 1 and the other one is the long link 2, basically.
I'm not.
Or participate. Call it permanent link, but put notes.
I'm calling a permanent link later on.
Figure out what is what.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And this is long URL. It's interesting.
4843.
Probably have some eggs that are going to get cold.
Right.
Stop it. Can I just close it for right now and then I'll go back to it now that I know where I get it from?
Just leave it alone.
Because there's nothing going on. I know now how to get what's happening here. Let me just conclude with you and then I'll stop.
With me now.
Okay, so let me just show you.
Fine. But we have to test it, you understand?
Okay, so
You
basically,
really understand it.
I don't understand it, but I know where to get it now, which is good. When you set up a Hangouts on air, whether you begin the broadcast or not, remember this is the area in which we got the long link from.
Right.
But if you press the invite people, you get share the permanent link, bookmark, and come back anytime. No.
So let's write it. Let's do a search on that. Tell me what you think. How do you think it is done?
Okay. First of all, click.
You started the Hangouts on air, right?
Right. As the initiator.
Yeah.
Right.
Hangouts on air.
I'm starting.
Scheduled. You've scheduled it, right?
Besides even scheduling it, I entered a Hangouts on air. I didn't schedule it.
Start.
We started a Hangout on air.
You start.
Right.
And then you clicked on this icon. What is this icon called? Cancel, close. Place the cursor there.
Invite people.
Invite people.
And then I pressed on invite people icon.
Invite people.
And I pressed on
People.
icon. Okay.
So let's see what it is when you search it.
You don't want to be in.
How to start a hangout, how to join, how to accept an invite, how to set up Google Hangout in advance.
Yeah, that's what you. But that's Google Hangout, not Google Hangout on Air.
Yeah. YouTube Live. And find evidence in the documentation that what you think is what it Google Hangouts on there. 3 ways to invite people. That's what you want to find out. You understand? This is 2016.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, a lot of them are.
It doesn't matter. Problem. Find out what it is actually. Just because you think it is a problem,
See
it may
here,
be a
you
problem.
see
or not.
Hangouts on Air permanent link. You see this? Invite.
Now we can add permanent link. Out on Air, YouTube Live.
When I try to schedule some interactive participant, you listening to this?
Yes.
When I try to schedule some interactive participant events that would also be streamed live, I need to get a link from Hangouts on Air. However, each time that I exit and enter, the Hangout link is changed. Is it possible to create a permanent Hangouts on link for YouTube Live? Any help appreciated.
Multiple presenters.
Hi, Joe. There isn't any way to get a permanent Hangouts on Air link. For the link for people to join the Hangouts call, you need to do that shortly before the broadcast starts. There are third-party business services like Business Hangouts or WeberGem that may offer a link.
How did you find it? What did you search? Exactly. Go back to your search string. Tell me what you searched. Invite people permanent link Hangouts on Air. On Air. Invite people.
Permanent link is the key. You didn't have permanent link. You don't have the word link.
Just a second, please.
You need the word link.
Link. Invite people.
Oh, here, this is interesting.
Participants to Hangouts on Air Google product. April 2000 scheduled event live stream link is not working. You see? How do I create a Google Hangout? Advanced. There are 3 ways how to invite people.
Okay, here. In the past, one could launch a Hangout in the air several days ahead of the event, generate an invitation link, and share it with fellow presenters so they can they could have the link well ahead. This makes complete sense, and it is poor practice to manically share an invite link with presenters at the last second before an event. However, now this began before the move to YouTube, but the problem persists. The invite link expires after less than an hour.
Okay, so it has to be done an hour before.
Wait a minute. And you remember how sometimes I made the link way in advance?
How did you find it?
But the same thing.
Well, show me. I'm on the same thing. Where is the same thing?
Are you? Did you search exactly the same, the forum?
Which one?
No, you didn't write the same thing I did.
Hangout on the permanent link. No.
Permanent, no.
So tell me what's the difference.
Invite people, permanent link, Hangouts on Air. Just copy exactly what I did, and you'll get the same thing. equal permanent link. Link. Hangouts, capital H, space, on,
Air.
capital A-I-R. I also did the capital O for on air too, but it don't matter. Don't think it matters. You see, these are the form. Yeah.
December 17 is a year ago.
Yeah.
This is the one you're looking at? Which one is it?
No, I was
That's
looking.
right.
I was looking at expires.
Where is expired? Empty.
Keeps in, you don't have the exact. November expires. October 11th. You have October. You
No.
don't have,
Invite permanent
Yeah,
link
you don't-
hangouts
yeah,
on
yeah,
here.
you
Let me
don't-
see. Invite
you don't have it.
people
You don't have it.
permanent link hangouts on air.
You don't have it.
Invite people permanent link hangouts on air. How come I don't have it?
You don't have. You have different. You have a different browser.
Point October 11,
Yeah,
you're talking about?
Yeah, you don't have that for
Yeah.
more results. You can look at more results and maybe you get it. Keeps changing. Expires in less. Expires in less. This is the one.
Do you understand it? I'm so tired. I'm ready to
Yeah.
go to sleep already.
Yeah.
So what did you understand now?
Then it's
You have to do it an hour before.
one says you have to do it an hour before. Another one says that it keeps on changing.
Which we know that it does. Because we
Yeah,
have already tested.
right. Another one keeps changing prior to the start. Which one is this one? That they were pissed that it didn't even work well before YouTube. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And once it gets to YouTube, it's persisting, not consistent. And this is not even Hangout. This is not Hangouts on air. You understand? And some of these people give help.
Mhm.
They're talking about Hangouts, not Hangouts on air. You understand?
Yeah.
This one, Google keeps on changing. You have to make sure that Hangouts works differently than Hangouts on air. You know what I mean? Hangouts you can put in a calendar.
Let's save it on the permanent link.
See here, in my case, are you listening?
Yeah.
I'm using these events for live Q&A sessions for my edX course.
Mhm.
I create an event, start the session where I get an invite button and a permanent URL. I then invite my co-instructors to test the connection several days prior using the permanent URL. Similarly, I also advertise the session to my students with the option of either the with camera option for interaction and the YouTube streaming event.
Who
This-
is that?
This is permanent link keeps changing.
Where did you find it? Show me.
Okay, go back. Go back. Go back. Go back one. Go back.
Back arrow say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hangouts on air. Permanent.
What date was it?
Oh, you go back one more.
Yes.
Permanent link keeps changing this one right here.
Okay, thank you.
This is it.
This is the full date. 16 already. This is
No, it's November the 25th.
what year? It's 2016. This
2
is a
years.
long time ago.
Yeah, but it's with YouTube Live, so it's still YouTube Live.
You have to find these people that experience it.
I've
and
done this several times. The problem is he's trying to do it 3 to 4 days in advance. You understand?
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Exactly. And sometimes when I did that 3 to 4, you said, why procrastinate that same day? Do it a couple of days in advance. And then I would go, and then I would call you, and I said, I have to do it. My link is not working.
Fine, so you can do it 2 days in advance, and then redo it. We click it before an hour before. Maybe it will change. You understand? It is time sensitive.
No, they say when you do it, that link doesn't work anymore. When I post it, that link doesn't work anymore. That's
fine. So we have to investigate a solution.
Right.
You
so you say, read this. It's important. This is with YouTube streaming. You understand?
Yeah.
This worked great the last 2 years. Most recently in May 2016. And this semester, the approach seems broken. You understand?
Yeah, they change it all the time. It's not that it is so much broken.
No, the link is broken.
Yeah, because they changed the, and they don't.
So the co-presenters and the students can't find me when I start the session. They get directed to a different session where I'm not there. What is the purpose of permanent link when it's actually changing? Hence, it isn't actually permanent. I've done the test several times for each session. I've had to send 3 to 4 updates to my co-presenters. Says, oops, Google changed it permanently again. Web browser Chrome, though I'd be surprised if anything to do with my browser. And this one is another person in 2017 said, I'm running the same problem where the permanent link keeps changing. Was any resolution or workaround found? And this is another one. Unfortunately, the only solution was to email people and ask them to check my webpage 10 minutes before the call for the updated link with an apology. Okay.
So this is Google responding? Who is?
No, somebody else. Was a workaround. And they said the only workaround they do is they post 10 minutes before their new URL. And when I procrastinated to the same day, I didn't have problems. When it was a couple hours before. But when you said, let's do it ahead of time, then I wasn't able to get in with the link. Okay?
Yeah.
And in Google Hangouts, Avi, you can set up a calendar event and it does it. And it's permanent. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
What did I say?
With Hangouts, you can set it permanent, but with on air, you cannot.
Right. And you can set it in your calendar and you can send a calendar invite. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's what everybody uses these days in Google Hangouts. You understand?
Yeah.
So when with the match, he sent me a Hangout on air a week ahead of time, an invite.
Yeah.
And it worked. But when I sent it to him, it was the time right there. We just sent it to him once I opened it up.
Right.
And people are using it for like WebEx and for semesters and getting co-presenters. You got it?
After all the bullshit, so what is the end result of all of that?
The end result is people are not able to do it a couple of days in advance.
So you have to do it 10 minutes before, something like that, or
I do it the same
an
day.
hour before?
I do it like 3 or 4 hours before it works. But when I do it a day before or 2 days before, usually I do it a day before, I had intermittent problems.
You have to find a developer, you understand? And a developer that's Google certified that really understands the details of this, instead of taking a schmo like this Israeli guy that is as clueless as you are and worse, and cannot quickly learn what you're talking about. You understand? It's good that you told him we have to blah 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 and gave him some bullshit.
But if was true too. We haven't well defined it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if he knew it, he would have helped us. But he's he's worse than, more clueless than we are.
You understand? Why you put it on us, which is it too. That we need, I think
Why?
it's to define. We need to well define. We have to define the problem. But or we ask you to continue. You got it?
Yeah.
So can I shut it down?
Yes.
So I found it. So I did find the permanent link, but the permanent link will work that day.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But this was the key.
Right.
On the 17th, they said the only way this person, like even exaggerated,
Yeah.
is 10 minutes. And this person did
So you have
exactly.
to find a developer, and probably maybe it can be done through manipulating the API level, you know. But the end user, you cannot get it done.
Well, maybe on their end, but this one is exactly your issue. Wants to do for the students and then they come.
Let me eat something.
Okay, let me
Water,
come. Yeah,
You
you
can
should go.
close everything.
Yeah.
And make sure I'm not